Welcome to all. Today's the subject is embedded system and microcontroller. In last session, we have discussed about the LED and 7 segment display. Which one how to the connections are there communicate with each other. Data is transferred from the circuits. And today we have to be discuss about the communication interface. What is the communication interface? The communication interface is essentially for communicating with the various subsystems of the embedded systems and the external world. For the embedded product, the communication interface can be viewed in a two different perspectives, namely the divide or board level communication interface and product level communication interface. In the board level communication interface can we can call it as an onboard communication interface. And the product level communication interface we have to call it as an external communication interface. The embedded product in the combinations of the different type of the component arranged to the printed circuit board. The communication channel which interconnected in the various component with the embedded product is referred to the device or the board level communication interface. Serial interface like SPI, UART, one wire, etc. The parallel bus interface are the example of the onboard communication interface. Some embedded systems are self-contained unit and don't require any interaction and the data transfer with the subsystem or the external world. On the other hand, the certain embedded systems may be a part of the large distributed systems and they require interaction and the data transfer between the various device and the sub modules. The product level communication interface is responsible for the data transfer between the embedded systems and the other device modules. The external communication interface can be either a wired media or the wireless media, and it can be serial or the parallel interface. Infrared, IR, Bluetooth, BT, wireless LAN, the radio frequency waves, GPRS, etc. The example of the wireless communication interface RS232, RS422, and RS485. The USB or the Ethernet, the port, the parallel port CF2 interface, SDIO. Uh, it is not mandatory that an embedded system should contain the external communication interface. The mobile communication equipment is an example of the embedded system with external communication interface. The following gives the overview of the various onboard and the following communication interface for the embedded products. We will discuss about the various physical interface, software requirements and the initialization of the communication sequence for this interface. The onboard communication interface refers to the different communication channels or buses to interaction the various interacted the integrated circuit and the other peripheral within the embedded systems. And in this the following we have to see the overview of the various interface of the onboard communication. The first one is inter-integrated circuit. In the inter-integrated circuit bus is a synchronous bidirectional half duplex two wire serial interface bus. The concept of the integrated bus was developed by the Philips Semiconductor in the 1980. The original interaction of this bus is provided an easy way to connection between the microprocessor or microcontroller system and the peripheral chip in the television set. This bus is comprise two bus lines, namely a serial clock SCL and the serial data SDA. The SCL lines is responsible for the generating the synchronization clock pulse, and SDA is the responsible for transferring the serial data device connected to the this bus can act as the either the master device or the slave device. The master device is responsible for controlling the communication by initialization, terminal data transfer, sending the data and generating a necessary synchronous pulse, clock pulse. The slave device wait is the command from the master and response to the receiver receiving the command. The master and slave device can act as either the transmitter or the receiver, regardless whether the master is acting the transfer or receiver. The synchronization clock signal is generated by the master device only. This bus supports a multi-master on the same bus. The following this figure is shows as the connection of the master and slave device of this bus. See, in this bus interface is built around input buffer and the open drain or the collector transistor. When the bus is the idle state, the drain or collector transistor will be the floating state and the output lines switch to the high impedance state. For proper operation of the bus, both the bus lines should be pulled to the supply the voltage, and using the pull up resistor, the typically value of resistor used in the pull up in 2.2K with pull up resistors. The output lines is a bus is ideally state will be high. The address of this bus device is assigned by the hardwiring the address lines of the device to the desired logic level. The address of the various this device in the embedded device is assigned and hardwired at the time of the designing and the embedded hardware. The sequence of the operation of the communicating with the this bus slave device is listed below. The master device pulls the clock line of the bus of high. The master device pulls the data line the low when the SEL lines is a logic high. The master device send the address of the slave device to which it wants to the communicate over the SDA lines. Clock pulses are generated in the SEL line for the synchronizing the bit reception by the slave device. The MSB of the data is always transmitted first. The data is the bus valid during the high period of the clock signal. The master device send the read and write the bit according to the requirement. The master device wait for acknowledgement bit from the slave device whose address is sent on the bus along with the read or write operation command. Slave device connected to the bus compared by the address received by the address assigned to them. The slave device with the address requested to the master device responds to the sending the according to the acknowledge bit of the SDA line. Upon the receiving the acknowledgement bit, the master device send the 8 bit of the data and the slave device over the SDA line. If the requested operation is a write device, if the required operation is read from the device, the slave device send the data to the master over the SDA line. The master device wait to the acknowledgement bit from the device upon the byte transfer complete from the write operation and send the acknowledgement bit to the slave device for the read operation. The master device transmit the transfer by the pulling the SDA line high when the clock lines of the SEL is the logical high. The bus support the 3 different data rate. They are standard mode, fast mode and the high speed mode. The serial peripheral interface bus. The serial peripheral interface bus is a synchronous bidirectional full duplex 4-wire serial interface bus. The concept of SPI was introduced by the Motorola. The SPI is a single master multi-slave system. It is possible have a system where more than one SPI device can be master, provided the conditional only one master device is acting at any given point of time. In the master out slave, we called as an MOSI, and the master in slave out, we called as an MISO. This one you have to see in the MOSI, the signal line carrying the data from master to the slave device. It is also known as the slave input, slave data in, or in the MISO, the signal line carrying the data from slave to the master device, it also known as the slave output. I am serial clock, the signal line carrying the clock signal. Slave select, the signal line for the slave device select, it is the active low signal. The bus interface is connected to the master and slave device on the SPI bus. The master device is responsible for generating the clock signal. It selects the required slave device by according to the or accessing the corresponding slave device. The slave selects the signal low, the data outline of all the slave device when not selected the float of the high impedance state. The serial data transmission through a SPI bus is fully configurable. The SPI device contains a certain set of register for holding these configuration. The serial peripheral control register hold the various configuration parameters like the master and slave selecting by the device, the hardware selecting for the communication, the clock signal control, etc. The status register hold the status of the various condition for transmission and the reception. The SPI work on the principle of shift register. The master and slave device contain a speed shift register for the data transmit or the device. The size of the shift register or the device dependent. Normally it is a multiple of 8. During the transmission from the master to the slave, the data in the master's shift register is shift out to the MOSI pin and is enter the shift register of the slave device through the MOSI pin of the slave device. At the same time, the shift out data bit from the slave devices shift generate the enters. And universal asynchronous receiver transmitter UART. The universal asynchronous receiver transmitter based data transmission is an asynchronous from the serial data transmission. UART based on the serial data transmission does not require the clock signal to the synchronous, the transmitting the end and receiving end of the transmission. Instead of relies upon the predefined argument between the transmitting the device and receiving the device. The serial communication setting for the both transmitter and the receiver should be set as the identical. The start and stop of the communication is indicated through the inserting the special bit in the data stream. While sending the byte of the data, the start bit is added first and stop bit is added at the end of the bit stream. The least significant bit of the data byte following is the start bit. The start bit is inform the receiver that the data byte of the about the in the arrives. The receiver device start the polling its receiver line and as per the 100 of settings. If the hundreds is a x bit is per second is a time slot available for the 1 bit of the 1 bit nothing but 1 by x second. The receiver unit polls is receiver line at the exactly half of the time slot available in the bit. And the next one is we have to see the communication between the interface of the embedded systems, and we have to see the embedded software. The embedded software are the firmwares refers to the control algorithm and the configuration setting of the embedded system is developed dumped into the code or the memory of the embedded systems. It is available of the part of the embedded systems. It is a device dump code embedded system. It can be unavoidable part of the embedded system. There are the various methods available for the developing the embedded software. They are listed. They are one by one. We have to see. Write a program to high level language like the embedded C or the C++ using the integrated development environment. And the second one is write a program to assembly language using the instruction support by using the applications target processor or the controller. The instruction set of the each family of the processor or the controller is the different, and the programmer write in the either of the method given above should be converted into the processor understand or language the processor. The assembly code machine is the readable binary code called the hexa file creation. The method is using the hexa file creation is a different depending upon the programming technique used. If the program is written in the embedded C or C++ using the IDE, the cross compiler include in the IDE converts into the corresponding processor or the controller. Understandable hexa files. If you have the following the assembly language based on the program techniques, you can use the utilizer supplied by the processor or controller vendors to convert the source code into the hexa files. Also, the third party of the tools is available. For the beginning of the embedded software field, it is strongly recommended to use the high level language based on the development technique. The reason of the being the writing the code of the high level language is easy. The code is written in the high level language is a highly portable, which means you can use the same code to run the different processor or the controller with a little or the less modification. The only thing you need to do is recompile of the program with a required processor. The IDE after replacing the include file for that particular processor. Also, the program writes in the high level language are not developed dependent. Any skilled programmer can trace out the functionality of the program to just having look at the program. It will be much easier if the source code contains the necessary comment and the document lines. It is very easy to debug the overall system, and developing the time will be reducing the generate the extended. The embedded software developed processor assembly language is tedious and time consuming. The developer need to know about the instruction set or the processor or controller list in the should carry the instruction set reference manually or with her bit. The programmer using the assembly language technique write a program according to his or her view of test. Often she is writing the method to view the three instruction of his. We will discuss the both approaches of the embedded software development in the later of the session. Okay. The next one is the other system component. The other system component refers to the component or the circuit IC which is necessary for the proper functioning of the embedded system. Some of these circuit may be essentially for the proper functioning of the processor or the controller and the system software execution. Watchdog timer reset IC is the is which they essentially for the proper function of the processor control. Some of the controller or the integrated these component which is a single ICs. These are, we have to see the one by one. The first one is the reset circuit. The reset circuit is essentially for ensuring the device is not operating the voltage level of the device. It is not guarantee of to the operate during the system power on. The reset signal being the internal register and the different hardware system of the processor or the controller known as known state and start the firmware software execution from the reset vector. And next one is the brownout protection circuit. Brownout protection circuit prevent the processor controller from the unexpected program execution behavior when the supply voltage to the processor or the controller fall below the specified voltage. It is essentially for the battery powered device since there are the generate a chance from the battery voltage to drop below the required threshold. The processor behavior may not be particular or predictable if the supply voltage fall below the recommended operating voltage. And next one is the oscillator unit. The microprocessor and the microcontroller is a digital device made up the digital combination and the sequencer circuit. The instruction exception of the microprocessor or the controller occurs in synchronous with the clock signal. It is analogous to the heartbeat of a living being which synchronous the execution of the life. For living being, the heart is responsible for the generation of the beat, whereas the oscillator unit of the embedded system built is oscillator unit and simply required the external ceramic. And is the last one a real time clock RTC. The real time clock of the system component responsible for keeping the track of the time. RTC hold the information like the current time in a 12 hours or a 24 hours format of the date, month, year, day of the week, etc. and supplies the timing interface reference to the system. The RTC is intended to function even is embedded of the power. RTC are available in the form of the integrated circuit from different semiconductor and manufacturers like the Maxim drilling, the ST micro electronics, etc. The RTC chip contain the microchip for the holding the time and date rated information and backup battery cell for functioning is the absence of the power and signal IC package. The RTC chip is the interface and the processor or controller to the embedded system. For the operating system based on the embedded device, a timing reference to the essential of the synchronous, the operation of the OS kernel. These are the other operating the system components. Okay, I hope you have to understand the third module. Today we have to complete the third module. In the next section we have to start about the fourth module. Okay, thank you.